Good afternoon, distinguished policymakers. Today I'm honored to stand before you to shed light on a profound challenge gripping our society: homelessness in the United Kingdom. Within the confines of this policy brief, we embark on a journey to unravel the intricate layers of this crisis, understanding its root causes and societal ramifications, and most importantly, crafting actionable solutions. Our shared aspiration is not merely to engage in discourse, but to translate words into deeds and to offer hope to those ensnared by the harsh realities of homelessness. With a collective commitment, let us navigate through the complexities of this issue and forge a path towards substantive change guided by empathy, resilience, and a steadfast dedication to the well-being of all members of our society. Before delving into the intricacies of homelessness in the UK, it's imperative to grasp the broader context shaping this multifaceted issue. In the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, the UK implemented austerity measures, triggering a ripple effect that disproportionately affected marginalized communities. Moreover, 2008 catalyzed austerity, prompting a series of policy decisions that had far-reaching implications of housing affordability, social support systems, and economic stability. While Brexit has undoubtedly contributed to the prevailing uncertainties, it's essential to scrutinize whether it serves as a convenient scapegoat for deeper systematic issues. By interrogating the interplay between austerity measures, economic policies, and political dynamics, we can unravel the complexities of homelessness and chart a course towards meaningful solutions. As policymakers, we must rigorously examine the root causes of homelessness. Homelessness is not merely a housing issue, but a symptom of broader societal challenges such as income inequality, lack of affordable housing, and inadequate social support systems. While personal circumstances certainly play a role, systematic factors often perpetuate and exacerbate homelessness. Therefore, addressing homelessness requires a holistic approach that addresses individual needs and systemic barriers. We must also question prevailing narratives surrounding homelessness, challenging assumptions about personal responsibility and societal obligation. While personal accountability is essential, it cannot be divorced from systemic factors that create and perpetuate homelessness. Moreover, the stigma associated with homelessness often hinders efforts to effectively address the issue. Reframing the discourse around homelessness and fostering empathy and understanding can create a more conducive environment for meaningful change. Amidst the darkness, there are beacons of hope to be found. Finland's pioneering Housing First initiative is a testament to visionary policymaking's power. Finland has successfully reduced homelessness by prioritizing stable housing as a fundamental human right. Their approach, which emphasizes immediate access to permanent housing and a comprehensive support services, has led to a 40% reduction in homelessness between 2019 and 2022. Mr. Juha Kahila, a key figure in Finland's homelessness strategy, underscores the importance of this systemic shift, advocating for a comprehensive overhaul of social policy rather than ad hoc interventions.
And here are the results that we have from the long-term homeless programs. Over 3,500 new apartments built or purchased for homeless people. And these really were for homeless people, not anybody else. Services, 300 new professional support workers in housing social work all around Finland. And I would say that nowadays we have something like 1,000 support workers nationwide, and next year we're going to have some more. But you really need to have good amount of support workers if you're going to have good quality support for these people with complex needs. And housing advice, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later as well. But the structural reforms, housing first principle has been established. What I mean by that is that many people in Finland who work in the field or just a regular everyday Joe, they don't even remember the staircase model anymore. The support workers who come to services, they only know the housing first model. But I have to remind you that we have been doing this 11 years. It didn't happen like in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It has been a constantly commitment to the work that we have been doing, and always reminding people that this is the way we want to do, and this is the way to help really help these people. But housing first in no way is an easy or quick fix. I can show you that.
Such achievements prompt us to ask, what lessons can we glean from Finland's success, and how can we adapt their approach to address the unique challenges facing the UK? As we navigate the complexities of homelessness, Finland's model serves as a beacon of possibility, inspiring us to reimagine our approach and strive for lasting solutions that prioritize the dignity and the well-being of all our citizens. While we draw inspiration from Finland's success, we must also confront our nation's harsh realities. In the UK, barriers to stable housing and employment persist despite our latest efforts. The need for more affordable homes and delays in policy reforms continue to impede our progress. The Everyone In initiative, launched in response to COVID-19 pandemic, provided temporary relief for many rough sleepers. However, as we emerge from the pandemic, we must redouble our efforts to implement lasting solutions that address the root causes of homelessness. Ms. Nicole Williams's experience as a full-time personal assistant underscores the challenges individuals face, even when employed, highlighting the urgent need for comprehensive reform to ensure access to stable housing for all.
But first, a special report on the latest shocking rise in homelessness, even among those in active employment. New figures out today show 1 in 4 of the households in England becoming homeless last year had at least one person in work. It is something that affected, or at least threatened, almost 73,000 households where someone had a full or part-time job. By the end of 2022, homelessness among full-time workers had increased by 22% compared to the same period 2 years ago. London had the highest number of people suffering in-work homelessness, followed by the southeast of England and the northwest. And as our investigations correspondent Daniel Hewitt heard, the desperate search for affordable accommodation can feel both wearing and embarrassing.
How does it feel to do this every single day?
It's absolutely draining and exhausting and tedious.
Nicole Williams wakes up every day not knowing where she will sleep at the end of it.
I literally search the internet, see what I can find for the day that I need it for and the prices.
Perched on a single bed in a tiny hotel room, she tries to find another for tonight, all before her working day begins.
It's quite embarrassing at the same time, like having to literally figure out what your life is going to entail for the day, from the start of the morning that I wake up to when I close my eyes at night.
Nicole works full-time as a personal assistant in West London. 4 weeks ago, her landlord took back the property she was renting, but she assumed she'd find somewhere else.
Got my belongings. Who knows where the destination is for this evening.
But private rents have rocketed, competition for homes is fierce, and the local councils say they've no properties for her.
A common misconception government officials utter was that they first need to deal with employability to fight homelessness. Nicole shows that being full-time employed under these circumstances does not guarantee anything. Despite her steady job, she grapples with housing instability, illustrating the multifaceted nature of the issue and the inadequacy of employment-focused approaches alone. The recent history of homelessness in the UK reflects the intersection of policy decisions and societal challenges, particularly exacerbated in the post-COVID period. The COVID-19 pandemic heightened the vulnerability of the homeless population and shed light on the inadequacies of existing policies. The government's Everyone In initiative, launched in response to the pandemic, provided a temporary lifeline for rough sleepers by offering emergency accommodations. However, as the pandemic unfolded, it became evident that more permanent solutions are urgently needed to address the root causes of homelessness. In the wake of COVID-19, the economic fallout exacerbated pre-existing inequalities, further widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Austerity measures, which have already strained social services and housing support systems, were compounded by the pandemic's impact on employment and livelihoods. Despite being fully unemployed, the individuals like Nicole and Lisa, as highlighted in the policy brief, continue to struggle with housing instability due to soaring rents and limited availability of affordable homes. This juxtaposition underscores the harsh reality that even stable employment is no longer a guarantee of housing security in the face of austerity measures and booming private rent market. The pandemic-induced economic downturn has disproportionately affected low-income households, pushing many to the brink of homelessness. As businesses shattered and job losses mounted, the demand for affordable housing soared, driving up rents and further exacerbating the housing crisis. The stark juxtaposition between government initiatives to address homelessness and the realities faced by individuals like Nicole and Lisa underscores the urgent need for comprehensive reforms. Providing emergency accommodations during crisis is insufficient. Long-term solutions must address systemic issues such as austerity, income inequality, and housing unaffordability. Our analysis has uncovered vital insights illuminating the intricate nature of homelessness and the avenues for its effective resolution. The resettlement process, as highlighted, transcends mere housing concerns, encompassing a myriad of interconnected factors. Personal barriers, including mental health challenges and criminal records, pose significant hurdles to homeless individuals seeking employment opportunities.
Coming out of rehab, it hit home, wow, I'm homeless, I was very happy that, I've done the rehab and I've got myself clean, but yeah, those first few days I was like, wow, it's time to really navigate and see what I'm going to do, see how I can get the help. It was summer, so it was warm during the night, but it still didn't stop the pain of actually lying on a hard floor, sleeping in a small sleeping bag and a fleece. I spoke to another person that was on the streets and they told me of a place where I could get a bit of food, get a shower and support from either a support worker or a navigator, so went straight there. I've been able to get myself a secure place to stay. I've been helped with clothes as well, socks, t-shirts and stuff like that, and toiletries, and it just gives you that dignity.
Moreover, our research underscores the pivotal role of supportive relationships and aspirational goals in guiding homeless individuals towards resettlement. These findings underscore the imperative for a comprehensive approach that concurrently addresses the multifaceted dimension of homelessness. By recognizing and addressing these complexities, policymakers can pave the way for sustainable solutions that uplift individuals and communities. Permanent solidarity housing. Drawing inspiration from Finland's successful housing first model, policymakers should prioritize constructing permanent solidarity housing. This approach emphasizes dignity and inclusivity by providing stable, long-term housing solutions for homeless individuals. Investing in permanent housing options aligns with the fundamental human right to housing and reduces the reliance on temporary measures. Research indicates that stable housing is fundamental for individuals to rebuild their lives and reintegrate into society. Temporary increase in housing benefits. To alleviate the immediate housing needs of vulnerable individuals, policymakers should consider temporarily increase housing benefits to match prevailing private rent prices. This measure can mitigate financial strain and prevent homelessness by enabling individuals to access stable housing options in the private rental sector. Temporary increase in housing benefits have effectively reduced homelessness rates during economic downturns, providing critical support to those facing housing insecurity. Renters Reform Bill. Introducing a Renters Reform Bill as a part of a comprehensive white paper on homelessness is essential for protecting renters from unjust evictions and addressing systemic barriers to housing security. The bill should include provisions to safeguard tenants' rights, particularly those at risk of homelessness due to circumstances beyond their control. By examining eligibility criteria and challenging punitive measures, policymakers can ensure that needy individuals are not unfairly excluded from housing support. Nationwide Wellbeing Clinic. Establishing a nationwide well-being clinic, NWC, with local branches for face-to-face sessions is crucial to providing mental health support services to homeless individuals nationwide. Modeled after successful initiatives of a similar kind in countries like Finland, the NWC will foster empathy, solidarity, and community engagement. By collaborating closely with the employability team, the NWC can address citizen mental health needs while promoting employability and social inclusion. Integrated approach. Adopting an integrated approach to homelessness is imperative for coordinating efforts across various sectors and stakeholders. By creating a holistic support system that addresses housing, employment, mental health, and social connections, policymakers can provide comprehensive support to homeless individuals. Collaboration between government agencies, non-profit organizations, and community groups is essential for maximizing resources and delivering tailored interventions. Integrated approaches have proven effective in reducing homelessness and improving outcomes for vulnerable populations.